All right, hey guys, welcome back to Traditional Bowhunting Wilderness Podcast. Today we're talking about gear we're going to use for deer hunting this year, what the game plan is. So I got some of my gear set up here. Some of it hasn't changed, some has a little bit. We're going to dive into it. I'm going to show you what we got. So we're going to start here with the bow. I'm going to adjust the camera a little bit because we're going to do most of this on this side over here. So hold on, let me kick this up a touch, because most of this stuff will happen over here. But bow-wise, we are not changing. We're still shooting the same one. If you guys follow me, you know that I've been shooting Northern Mist Classic longbows for the last 10 years, and I have 3 of them, and you would normally rotate them out. 2 years ago, I decided I'm not rotating them anymore. This one is my absolute favorite one. This is the one I like the most, and so I don't rotate them anymore. I make a point, sorry, I'm sweating a little bit. It's 90-something degrees out here. I make a point every year to shoot the other ones a little bit, but I will continue using this one. This is my one with the zirconi riser and the olive ash veneers. And I'm going to just, this is my favorite one. So I'm just keep shooting it until it dies or breaks, or I need a new one, or I need to go down in bow weight or something happens. I have my other ones that I shoot too, but this is my main hunting bow here. They're all clones, they're all the same weight and everything, but we are shooting a Dacron string. I like Dacron. I know a lot of people do not. I love Dacron. I make my own. Yes, I make them very sloppy. I do not care. They function perfectly. Been making my own this way for the last 30 years, and I'm very happy with them. For the silencers, these are just some other color stuff I had. This is kind of my summer string, but I go through 3 strings a year. I make new strings 3 times a year, but these are just little wool puff silencers I make myself. Matter of fact, I think Robert Carter just did a really good video on how to make these too. Wrap around your hand, put them in there, stuff them through. I do something very similar, and I've done videos on it in the past for you also. Gnats. South Georgia, gnats, deal with it in the summertime. Quiver wise, this is that Creek Walker trading quiver. I love this quiver, best quiver I've ever used. It is so rock solid. Arrows, what we are using arrow wise, I have not changed anything there. I've been shooting the same arrows for 10 years. You can see this one here has been through 6 animals already. It's already chewed up. Look at the wraps actually starting to break apart. This thing's been through a lot of stuff here, but this is basically a gold tip 35-55 or whatever they call a 500 spine, okay, a 500 spine gold tip arrow shaft. And I have a, let me set this bow down so I can keep those gnats away. Actually, let me put some gnat spray on. I'll be right back. All right, there we go. So you guys know, if you live in the South and you're in this below the gnat line like that, no gnats. It's amazing stuff. You just put a little squirt in your hand. It's all natural. It's essential oils. Put a little dab on you. They never bother you anymore. But me being a bald guy, they get in behind my ears and walk, and they drive me nuts. And they're in your eyes, stuck in your eyes, in your nose. That stuff works really good. But so we are shooting a 500 spine gold tip arrow. This is only 27 inches from the back, cut from the center of the nock to here. For the length on here, I use a custom double insert, or actually I've bought a bunch of the Ethics inserts. I'm not using them yet, but I got 4 dozen of them at their sale they had over Black Friday. I bought 4 dozen, but I use a custom made 200 grain 3-inch long insert inside of here. And then this is the Razor 250 broadhead on here. Love this head. I've taken, I think now, a dozen and a half animals with this head. Love these things. Very, very good. But that gives me a 720 grain, 718 grain arrow with 31% FOC on this thing, which, like I said, is insane, the amount of FOC that we're getting out of this arrow. When you look at this thing, it's incredible. So, but nothing's changed. But my little short stubby, I only draw 25.5 inches. So this is perfect for me. Puts me about, 1.5 inch overhang on it. And I really like the setup. I've been using them for a long time. I will continue to use them for a very long time. They shoot well. They fly good. They're tuned well. As a matter of fact, if you look over my shoulder, in that target right there, I'll zoom you in once just to show you. But I just shot a group here as I come out and do regularly. But if you look here at that, when we zoom in, you will notice inside of here, I'll pull you over as far in as we can zoom. But this was from 18 yards. But if you look in there, the one, there's actually 4 arrows in them. And right next to the one on the left there, or on the right-hand side of the screen, there's a bear shaft stuck right in there with it. So all 4 are in a pretty tight group, and there's a bear shaft in there. Okay, we bear shaft tune and make sure, and we shoot bear shafts regularly to make sure that they're flying good and that everything there is working out well. So it's a mandatory deal that I do every single time. So we got that set. There's our basically our bow and how we're set up. I do run a brass knock. A lot of people give me crap for that. I have been shooting a brass knock for 30 something years. I take a minute before I put them on and I file off the corners of that with a regular file to kind of make sure there's no bite marks on there, no nothing. But I love a brass knock. They've never come off. It's never moved. It's never shifted. It's never given me any issue whatsoever, and I just can't see justifying the time or messing with tying one on when I can slap one of them on so quick and easy. Love them, been shooting them forever. But that's my bow setup basically. Tab, I've showed you that before. We use a standard neat tab. I modify it by taking out that foam and gluing those pieces together. This basically my setup here. I don't use an arm guard. I haven't even carried an arm guard in probably 5 years. Even when I was in Michigan with bulky clothes, if anything, all I would do is just if I had too bulky of a sleeve, I would just grab it on the back side here and then bunch it, and then I would just roll off my hand with a girl's hair tie or a rubber band around here and let it just be a little bitty knot ball right here. That would pull all this nice and tight right there. But I haven't used an arm guard in forever. I set my brace height is actually about 6 3/4. I call it 7 because on my square, when I put my square here and I go out there, it says 7, but that's not true because you got the ears out here. When you do the math, it's actually 6 3/4 is what I shoot, even though I always say 7 because of my square, but that bar on your square is not center. Where 0 starts is from where the string grippers are. So really 6 3/4 is what I shoot for a brace height on there, and that's basically the bow. We'll set that over there. Now as far as packs go, I am sticking with my tried, true, and trusted. This is my Venture 2300. I will be using this pack for 99% of my deer hunting, including my out-of-state trips where normally I would switch to my Exo mountain pack that I had. I don't have it anymore. I gave that pack actually to Colby Henry. Him and his dad, Chad, they use that for their mountain hunting. And then I have the Mystery Ranch Pintler that I bought after I gave them that. And I use that pack a lot too. But you know, as we evolve, your systems change. And when I stopped using game bags and started using pillowcases for hunting down here, I realized I don't need to have a frame pack to haul deer out anymore. I can use this pack to do it. So what we do with that, even if I kill a big, you know, so many people, you kill one of these 200-pound northern, but I've killed a lot of big deer in many states, and I packed them all out. So what I do now with it, what I do is I'll use this pack and I will take 3 pillowcases with me. I take 1 pillowcase and I stuff it inside of here and put as much meat as I can in there, usually inside of a garbage bag just to keep this clean in there. But it's and the reason I do that and put both together, and I put the garbage bag and then the pillowcase for the inside one, is that way I don't have to transfer it out of a garbage bag later and get in there and try to stick the meat into the bag and fight it out of there to transfer it when I'm in camp. So by putting it in a pillowcase, when I'm boning that deer out, I put the meat in a pillowcase. Then before I stick it in my pack, I put it in a cheap little garbage liner, just the cheapest one there is, to keep the inside of my pack from getting bloody or anything like that in there. But I'll put as much meat as I can fit inside of this with my gear. It's usually about a half a pillowcase is what I can fit in there, but it's a good amount of meat. So I put that in there. Then the rest of it gets strapped right out here to the other side in a pillowcase, okay? The pillowcases are big enough that I can put that on here, tie it in a knot, cinch it down with these compression straps really good, and it holds and it does well. If I need more, I can take and pop these bottom ones and pull that clip off of this and connect that clip to here to create kind of 2 straps on the bottom to help hold that load from coming down. But so I have half a game bag inside, a full game bag of pillowcase of meat on the outside, and then if I need any other meat, if there's still more meat, then I can take that meat and put it in a 3rd pillowcase, throw it right over my shoulder and carry it out like Santa Claus, just like this, and let it dangle like I do for hogs. So the system works really good, and I don't have to have a big bulky frame pack with me to be able to carry deer out and stuff like that. So that's the system I use. I also do not put my sticks and my stands on my back like I used to. You guys have seen me do that so many times. I would run that packed on here. Maybe if I remember, I'll grab a picture and show you, but I would strap my pack, my sticks and my stands in this setup, this configuration, okay, where it is the stand, 2 bungee cords, a swim noodle, and the sticks, all in one setup, just like this. And I would take that kit and I would strap it right on the back of these 2 compression straps and carry it on my back. I don't do that anymore. Okay, I just don't. Again, you know, you evolve and you come up with things that work better, and I don't have to. With this pack, when I put this on, I don't want to mess that mic up, there we go. But when I put this on and I have this on me and we are set and ready to go, what I do is I instead just carry this with paracord straps. People are going to give me so much crap for that. I can't believe you use paracord, that's got to be so uncomfortable. It's not, because it rests right on my strap here, right on my backpack strap. Okay, I have no problems with this, and this is how I carry my sticks and my stands now. This is what I do with it. This is how it goes, and I can control this and wiggle it through stuff so easy. I like it much better than on my back, and I've carried this now that I'm in Georgia. A lot of the stand sites I'm going to, they can be 3 miles in. Okay, people up north, I remember when I lived up there and we used to think it was a big deal to walk a mile to a tree stand. Move down to the south and hunt the WMAs down here with closed gates and all that kind of stuff and see what life is really about. I promise you, 3 or 4 mile hikes into a stand are not uncommon here. This system is much easier for me. I like it better. And if I do, it does start to bother me or gives me any issue here or starts to get annoying, all I do is I just switch it to this one and I take it and I put it right on this side and I do the same thing. Okay, but it's so easy. I mean, we're talking lightweight stands and stuff here anyway, but this is the way I carry it. So it's no longer on my back up here anymore, which gives me that room on my pack to be able to put the meat and stuff on there. So for me, this is the best way. Bow in this hand, this is right here. This hand's free to look at my phone if I need to figure things out and if I got to move stuff out of the way, but I have that freedom. For me, this is quick and easy, and I don't have to mess with mounting anything on my pack. I like that a lot. So this is the pack we will run for 99% of deer season, is this one, because it's just so functional, and I will run it in all of my out-of-state hunts. And I like it. I like that the hip belt is mild. Let me flip that around. The hip belt is soft and flexible, and it pulls up and down through the brush real easy, where the frame packs are a lot stiffer. Plus they got the, you know, your frame rails here and things that are snagging on everything. This pack weighs nothing. It's super light, super functional, super capable. I own 4 of these now, so I can't say enough good things about it. So this will be, the Venture 2300 will be my main pack that I use. You can see I put a couple little reinforcements of stealth strips on here on places that I wanted to protect it and keep it from wear and tear, like, you know, from holes getting worn into it. Like you see there from me carrying my stands that way, that'll get a stealth strap or a patch like that on there to protect it, just a Band-Aid. And that's been on there for 2 years, and it works flawlessly, and it protects everything. So Venture 2300 will be one of the main packs I go with. Now, once I get back from my Midwest trips and all that kind of stuff, and I'm back here, during the month of December and January here, by then the pressure is really taking these animals out pretty well here in Georgia. Remember, we have a 3-month-long gun season on all WMAs here. So these guys are out there just crushing the deer. So it's a whole different ball game. So I spent a lot of time switching between hogs and deer during the late season here. So I may go out one day and hunt hogs, and then the next day I might hunt deer, or I might hunt hogs in the morning and then hunt deer in the evening. I don't want to carry that pack for hunting hogs and doing all that kind of stuff. So, Gunner's got him, he's chasing a cat. So what I've bought is this Kuiu Divide. This is a 1200 Divide. I'm pretty sure it's a 1200. I think it says under 12 or 15. What is this? 1200. But this pack is a perfect pack as well too. It allows me to do both. It allows me to pig hunt in a compact, simple pack, and yet deer hunt and carry everything I need on it. And I can also, down here in Georgia, where deer are smaller, it's not hard for me to put a deer in a game bag and carry it over my shoulder just like a hog. So this pack here is a lighter, littler profile, simpler in size. Like I said, light enough and easy enough to walk all day pig hunting, yet still versatile enough to carry everything I need. I have everything is in here. My harnesses is in here. My lineman belt is in here. Everything I need is in this pack already that I use for deer hunting. It's all in here. So there's a lot of room. Plus you have this huge expansion area here that you can see that's just massive. Okay, this massive extra compartment. So I love this pack. I absolutely love this pack. It is an incredible, incredible pack. And when you consider the size difference between these two, there's a big deal there. Okay, there's a really big deal there in size difference. So love this one. This is my late season do it both pack. This is my combo pack for deer and for for hogs. Sorry, I'm liking this mic when I'm standing still, but it kind of is annoying me right now as I'm moving around. There we go. But that's that pack system that we're using for late season. As far as the pack contents, I will make some for you. I will do some. This is what I'm carrying in my packs as we get closer to season. We start prepping those and getting them ready. Stand-wise, sticks and stands, okay? I am running that Lone Wolf 1.0. Okay, the Lone Wolf Custom Gear 1.0 stand, and I am running my original classic Lone Wolf full-length 3 climbing sticks on here, same as I've done before. Now the Lone Wolf 1.0, it's a good stand. I like it. Do I think it's better than any other stand out there? It depends on what you're looking for. I like the width of it. That is a key thing. I loved my B stand. The B stand was amazing. And if you're interested in a B stand, I'll have a video coming out on this soon. I don't know if he'll get back to me or I'll have to hunt him down, but I just sent Dan a text and asked him to send me pictures of their, you know, what changes they made. But they've made some pretty significant changes to the new version, this new gen of the B stand, and it's very impressive what they've done with it. And like I said, I only saw some pictures on forums, but I sent him a text. I don't know if he'll respond to me or get back to me. I have no idea. If not, I'll hunt him down on my own and see. But they've got some nice changes, including chamfers and stuff that I've been doing for years that people would say, this is dumb, you don't need to do it. Well, guess what? They started doing it on there, and for good reason. So that stand's got some nice improvements. This stand here, like I said, I like it. I do like it a lot. I am a little bummed that you don't really get to stomp set it like you can a Lone Wolf or a B stand or any stand that I put those chamfers on. This one's a little more aggressive, so it takes me a little longer to set this one, because with this one, when I get up in a tree, I throw the strap around, I tighten the strap up, I got to then take it, tilt the platform, put the seat down, put my arm on there, push hard, cam to play, do all this stuff, get it set, and then sometimes it's not set, and I got to stomp on it hard or jump on the back or tip thing, where with any of the other stands, they were quicker from the fact that I could strap it on a tree, put it there, just push it down, climb up, take my foot, just go bump like that, and it would set and done. So this one, but I do like the width of this stand. I like the design of it. I like the features of it. I'm going to keep on using it. For those of you that asked, do I think it's better than any other stand out there? I think they're all good today. I don't care about the weights, as you can tell. Look at the system I'm running. I think the lightweight craze is overrated. I'm not a fan of any of that kind of stuff. I'm not a fan of short sticks. I'm not a fan of mini sticks. I am in my own little element. Maybe it's because I'm old, but remember, I am still a guy that hikes 3 miles to a stand, and I choose to use this system. Why? It's comfortable. It's functional. It's fast. It's efficient. I can pull up and down. Gunner! Change the stand 3 times in a day. When, like, if I'm in a Midwest state and I'm hunting thermals and things like that, and I need to move 3 different times, I can do that with this very quick. I can hang this setup and be from the ground up in a tree in under 4 minutes. I can take it down in under 4 minutes. That means that if I'm in this tree and I need to move to that tree, I can do it in under 10 minutes, all the way down, over, and up. It's a huge factor and a value to me. I love this system, and I've been using it for so many years. I'm not changing. I honestly believe 100% there is nothing better than something like this. I honestly don't think there's anything better. And I do miss the original Lone Wolf stand. In my opinion, the Lone Wolf Assault is still today the best tree stand ever made in history. I will not doubt that. I love this one. I love the B stand. I love all these stands that are out there, but when you put it all together, my opinion is that the Lone Wolf Assault, the original one, still today, after 20-something, almost 30 years, the best stand available that you could ever get. Now, they don't make it anymore, but it's that good. Okay, these other ones are great too, but that's the stand setup we're going to use. We will also be using the turkey chair from Wall Drop Pack Seat. This thing is amazing. Have reviews on this. I'll link them at the end for you. But you can see the difference between the original that I used last year and the turkey seat. Let me back them up a little bit so you can see better. Okay, let me slide this over so you can see that better. Give you a little room on the table here. Put that there. And you can see the difference here, size-wise. Okay, there's a tremendous difference in size, and I really love how low this turkey seat gets me to the ground. The full-size one is amazing, but this one gets me down super low to the ground. So I will be using this one a few times this year, and I will always have this with me in my truck for the quick in and out setups and stuff like that. So straight up love that Wall Drop Pack Seat turkey chair for my shooting, but I shoot with a heavy cant. So for me, I can be this high off the ground, and it works flawless. So for me, that's amazing. If you're more of a vertical shooter, gear, you might want the full-size one because it's going to get you high enough off the ground to keep that lower limb from hitting. So things to think about. But there it is. That's the gear we're going to be running this year. And like I said, I'll do pack dumps and show you the binos and all the other stuff and everything like that we're going to do. But this is basically gear for the 2024-2025 hunting season, part 1. We're going to cover a lot of ground. We're going to do a lot of deer hunting this year. I have 3 states in the Midwest. I did not pull Kansas this year. Kansas is really starting to piss me off with how they're doing it, and they're becoming more like Iowa. I don't know if I'll spend much more time in Kansas. I don't know if it's worth my energy anymore to only get it every other, or now they're saying it could be every 3 years. I might be moving on from Kansas. That doesn't interest me too much. So we'll see what happens there, but we have 3 states this year, 2 of which are brand new that I haven't been in 20-something years. So we're going to have, in the Patreon, you'll see all that stuff. It's going to be amazing. And then we also have, so we got Georgia, we got 3 Midwest states, and we have Alabama happening for deer this year. So it's going to be a lot of great deer hunting, and this is basically, it is that time of year to start getting my stuff ready. So hopefully this helps give you some ideas. Thanks for watching.